This video tutorial is going to be the first in a series for a new resource called Schoology. Schoology is a LMS, which stands for Learning Management System. Schoology is an online learning, classroom management, and social networking platform that helps improve learning through the communication, collaboration, and access to your curriculum and your resources. This video series will be broken down to help you pick the one that you might need some help on or you're trying to do in Schoology. The first one that I'm going to be doing today is going to just be a overview of Schoology. It's going to be how to sign in, how to have your students sign in, and how to set up your profile in Schoology. And then you'll be ready to start setting up some of your resources for your classes. There's two ways that you can go to our launch page for Schoology. If you're on our school website, under Students, there now is a link for Schoology. So parents or students or teachers can use that. If you want to just type in and bookmark our landing page, it is cozad.schoology.com. And that will bring you to the Cozad Community Schools sign-in page. When you are on the landing page, to sign into Schoology, you will use your PowerSchool credentials. So it will be your username for PowerSchool and that password. Students will do the same for their login. Once you have logged into Schoology, you will notice that the user interface kind of looks like Facebook somewhat, but it's divided into three columns basically. So you have your left column here, this is your recent activity, and these are your notifications, calendar, and upcoming events. The first time that you log in to Schoology, it will show your recent activity. And so like I have joined some groups which I will discuss with you later, but people that have posted questions to the groups they'll show up here, and then they can seek answers to those questions. So my recent activities are based on the different groups that I have joined in Schoology. One of the first things you're going to want to do is set up your profile. So at the top right corner, it should have your name. And so if you click on that, it will go into your profile. And the first thing you probably should do is insert your own picture. It could be a picture of yourself, you with your family, just so it's very easy for students to find connections with those teachers. And if you're needing your school pictures, remember Dave put copies of those in Google Drive. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and you're going to put in your picture. And then when you're filling out your profile, you may want to write a short biography, which is the About Me section. And you could include the subjects that you teach, the level, your position. You can include a bio, also gender, birth date, learning type. Okay, and then you can save that information. In addition to that, you can add activities and interests. This would maybe help if somebody from another school was trying to find somebody to connect with based on interests and activities, and your contact information. I added my website to this contact information. Okay. And at any time, if you want to go back to the very beginning page that you started on, up here at the top left, you can click on our logo, the Cozad Community School, and it will bring you back to the home page. Okay. Now, if you click home, it will do the same thing that did, obviously. Okay. Schoology is synced with PowerSchool. So every course that you have um, in PowerSchool that you are assigned to will show up in Schoology. So if you click on courses, you will see the courses that you belong to. The groups are groups that you can join, and again, we'll get to that here in a minute. And then resources are the resources that are available to you. So let's go click on courses, and let's look at, I created a course for Stop It. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on one of your courses. And when you go to your course, at this point, you will not have any material on it. But one of the things that you might do, because it will be very easy for kids when they go to their courses, is you may want to associate a picture to your course. So I use the Stop It logo as a image for my class. You will notice when you are in your courses that again it is divided into the 3 sections. The left section has the different course options, which material is what we will probably work with the most and getting information out to our students. These will be folders and files and discussions and so forth. And that will be the next lesson that these video tutorials cover. There's also a section on updates. So my Stop It students had to do a discussion, and so this was the most recent one. There is a grade book. There's badges that you can actually give to students. But the one thing you would have something in right now are members. And if you click on that, every student that is enrolled in your class automatically should be in your class now because that syncs with PowerSchool. Okay, you will notice at the bottom that there is an access code. This is if you want someone to join your class. Now, for your regular classes, you probably would not do this, but let's say like middle school teachers want to create a class for their activities. So let's say you're teaching a culinary class, you could give those students in your activity that access code and they can join that way because they are not enrolled in specific activity classes in PowerSchool. Or another example is my Stop It class. That is not a class that's in PowerSchool, so I gave each of these students that access code. Okay, so I'm going to go home again for a minute. So right now, you'll basically just want to come in. You're going to create your profile, set your picture, go ahead and look at your courses, maybe pick one course and add an image, maybe a course that we're going to play around with and learn how to use Schoology based on that course. And then your assignment before the next tutorial is we're going to look at groups. There are different kinds of groups. There are public groups and there are in our domain groups. So for example, you'll see that I belong to Schoology Educators. This is a public group that anyone can join. Same with professional development. Now, I'm in a group called Open Enrollment Clients. This was for my Schoology training, so it is a private group. About 4 or 5 teachers that I work with, we created a digital citizenship group, a teacher from Sargent did, and now we can share resources with each other. You can see we have 6 members of that group. And you can have in-house groups. So we have a group for our help desk, and we can communicate with each other through this group. Now, if you want to look for groups, you can find public groups with this search right here. And these are the ones, the most common ones you'll notice is up here at the top, Schoology and flipped classrooms. But this does show some of the groups that are available to you. These are our school groups. These are the groups that Dave and I have been working with. And then you can create your own groups. So under my group, you can create a group from here. Okay, if another staff member has a group and they give you an access code, you can click join and you can use that access code. You can also do that right here. You can join a group with an access code, or you can create your own. I could see groups maybe like for some of our activities like FBLA. Keely might want to create an FBLA group. She may then will have an access code she can give to her members and they can join. It might be a nice way to give them documents, have discussions, post study nights on the group calendar, and so forth. Right now, I've seen a couple limitations to groups. You don't create assignments in groups. So if you like stop it where they have an assignment, then I created a course instead of a group. Okay, so when you're at the end of this tutorial, you will have your Schoology profile set up. You might have joined a group or two, and then you'll be ready for the next lesson. You will notice up at the top right, this is the notification. And I joined Logan's English class, and you will notice that today at 9:30 he posted some items. Dave posted a document to our innovation team. And so these are your notifications, and you can control your notifications by going to your account settings. So up here where your name is, if you click on that, oh, excuse me, the arrow next to your name, these are your notification settings. So you can choose how you want those. At this point, all of mine are going to my email, and I may come in here at some point and adjust some of those. When you are at this drop down, you also can do your account settings, privacy. Those are also right here. So you can work with your account settings. You can add alternate email. You can link it to other accounts. And then also there are some privacy settings. So if you are getting too many emails, then you may want to come in here and adjust your notifications and I would say for the groups. Now I still want to be notified when a student turns in an assignment or something, but where you have a lot more students and classes than I do, you may choose only to receive the notification through Schoology. Okay, thank you. And now we're gonna, in the second video, actually start working with one of your classes and setting up some resources for your students.